Testy weather coming up here in the next couple of hours. Let's check in with David Rogers and see what we can expect. David?
Yeah, kind of winter's last stand, if you will, across the area. We are watching an area of low pressure to the west, and eventually there will be a developing nor'easter across the mid-Atlantic coast. And because it's going to be hugging the coastline, it's going to be pulling in some warmer air aloft. So while temperatures on the surface will be right around freezing, a little colder, aloft it'll be a little warmer. So not only dealing with snow, but we'll have some periods of sleet and rain as well. And that will certainly aid in keeping some of the snowfall amounts a little lower compared to areas to our north across parts of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, up into New England. They could be dealing with 1 to 2 feet of primarily all snow. But again, we're going to have snow and that sleet and rain mix that will cause some of the icy road conditions. Right now, 3 to 6 inches of snow possible across much of central Virginia to the Piedmont. Lesser amounts, far eastern sections of Louisa, Fluvanna, down into Buckingham, anywhere from 1 to 3. But you start to lift north across the higher elevations, the Blue Ridge into the valley, Greene, Madison, Culpeper counties, anywhere from 6 to as much as 9 inches of snow certainly possible. So not a blockbuster, but certainly a system that will be disruptive, at least for the next couple of days. Outside right now, we've got 26 degrees in Charlottesville, clear sky, Fork Union, Carysbrook Elementary School's 23, Buckingham County Middle School 26, Harrisonburg 21, and we do have a calm wind right now. No reports of any fog, so again, your travels this morning should be pretty smooth. Nice sunrise expected. Our live exclusive dual pole triple Doppler radar, quiet. And again, we'll start out with sunshine, but look for clouds to start to thicken up ahead of this area of low pressure. You can see some of the snow from Michigan back through Indiana, Illinois, down into Missouri. That'll be pushing east. And again, anytime after 5 o'clock, we'll see the light periods of snow, sleet, and rain developing. I think the afternoon commute will be fine as well, but it'll be late tonight into the overnight hours. Early tomorrow morning, we'll start to see things accumulating. 44 your high today, well below our normal of 57. Again, near freezing tonight, right around 31. That early mix, snow, sleet, and rain ending and clearing sky. 45 will be our high. And then we turn colder on Wednesday with sunshine and 37.
Now, some of us in the weather department are hoping this particular snow situation that's developing this afternoon, tonight, and tomorrow is just a flash, just here and gone. Right now, it's not out there at all. This is a view from high top of the Lewis and Clark building through the lens of our Charlottesville cam, and you can see lots of blue sky out there right now, but it is rather chilly in central Virginia and in the Shenandoah Valley. In fact, we expect these chilly temperatures to stick around for the remainder of today, tonight, and yes, into tomorrow. Long about Wednesday and for the rest of the work week, we think sunshine will be out there. Just not a lot of warmth to go with it until maybe next weekend. We could see temperatures climb back up into the 50s, maybe even the 60s. But that's not till next week. What do we have now? 24 at Wintergreen, 42 in Palmyra, 38 in Charlottesville, and in Greene, 35 in Weir's Cave, 33 in Harrisonburg right now. And we're on, unfortunately, the cooler side of the jet stream. We're watching a developing storm in the middle of the country that's in the process of moving that energy to a coastal low, and as that system intensifies as it heads up the coastline, it's going to start throwing moisture back in over top of the mid-Atlantic all the way up to New England in the form of what will probably be snow for us. You can see higher probability is going to be later on tonight and into Tuesday. We get a dry spell more or less through the rest of the week. Slight chance of showers in here by Saturday, although I expect that to change. Now, as far as the snow outlook, how much snow are we expecting in central Virginia? 2, 3, 4, 5 inches worth of snow? It's entirely possible, according to the weather computers. And in the valley, could have anywhere from about 3.5 inches of snow to as much as 9 inches of snow. And to tomorrow, we could have a little bit of sleet and or freezing rain mixed in there as well. And temperature trend well below normal for the next few days. It's not till the weekend we expect to see temperatures climb back up into the 50s and dispose of all that white stuff that's out there. This is the current satellite radar picture across the state of Virginia. You can see thickening cloudiness and even more trying to come up from North Carolina. We're also watching that system in the middle of the country. You can see some of that energy in the portions of the Ohio Valley trying to join up with that system that's offshore. And then that's really going to intensify, bomb out, as we say in the weather business. It's going to continue to pull in more moisture into cold air all the way up towards portions of New England. Now let's get to the temperatures for the remainder of today. I'm thinking increasingly cloudy skies, 80% chance of precip, central Virginia, 60% in the valley, low to mid 40s for you. Goes up to near 100% chance tonight, lows upper 20s to near 30 degrees. Then for us tomorrow, how about a 50% chance in the valley of mainly snow, some wintry mixed precipitation, central Virginia, 80% chance. And Sharon and Ken, if we can make it through tomorrow, I think for the rest of the week, it's got to improve a little bit. I'm not looking forward to the snow. How about y'all?
Well, I'm the same way, especially this late in the season. So
This is NBC29 HD News at 6.
Despite a taste of spring, Old Man Winter is back. This is how it looked this morning in Evanston, Illinois, and come tomorrow, Central Virginia and the Shenandoah Valley could look a lot like this. That storm system that drops snow all across the Midwest is expected to hook up with another system and create some serious headaches all across the East Coast.
Governor Terry McAuliffe today declared a state of emergency ahead of the storm in order to mobilize state agencies. In Central Virginia, we're expecting several inches. NBC29 meteorologist Eric Pritchett is tracking what we can expect and when from the Storm Team 29 Weather Center.
Hey there, Stephen Casey. A late season March snowstorm may mix with some sleet. We've already had some reports this evening of just some light rain, some little bit of snow, and even some sleet in places. Currently, winter weather advisories for the counties shaded in purple here, including Nelson and Albemarle and Orange, Louisa and Fluvanna and Buckingham counties. Areas along the Blue Ridge, north into Greene, Madison and Culpeper, into the Shenandoah Valley. Those are winter storm warnings, and those warnings and advisories run until 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. At this time, current thinking, and we're going to use a 3-inch benchmark for Charlottesville. Areas north and west of there, about 3 to 6 inches of accumulation. Areas south and east, about 1 to 3. Obviously, the higher elevations of the Blue Ridge will see much more because of their elevation and already below freezing. Already starting to see some light returns here on the radar. We'll see a lot more as we progress through this evening, with temperatures continuing to lower as we watch two pieces of energy, moisture, consolidate into one big storm and work up the coast, a developing nor'easter. Right now, temperatures anywhere from the mid-30s to low 40s. Overnight, we'll see temperatures continue to lower, anywhere from the upper 20s to lower 30s, with any rain transition over snow and sleet. I'll have a closer check on our forecast, and we'll look at some of the timing when I join you a bit later. Stephen Casey. We've got a lot to look at. First of all, the satellite and radar combination showing a surge of moisture up from the south, and basically we're going to see play out and evolve, if you will, a larger storm develop along and just south of our coastline tonight and then rocket northbound. So we're putting pieces of a puzzle together, and that's why it's a little complicated in terms of adjustments of the snow line, or snow ice line, I should say, for the general mid-Atlantic region, our portion of the Commonwealth. So again, we've had some light returns here showing up on the radar. Some folks have seen a raindrop or two, some a snowflake or two. We've got more moisture coming in from the south and west. So I do expect here over the next several hours, we're going to see a lot more in the way of precip breaking out. And initially, temperatures, with the exception of the higher elevations, are still above freezing, but the temperature will continue to lower as the atmosphere cools. Now, we currently have winter weather advisories for all the counties shaded here in purple. Includes Albemarle, includes Orange and Louisa and Fluvanna and Buckingham and Nelson counties. The Blue Ridge, Shenandoah Valley, and northern Piedmont of Greene, Madison, and Culpeper all are under winter storm warnings. Right now, the advisory and warning goes until 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Now, just kind of using a 3-inch threshold here for Charlottesville, areas north and west of the city, about 3 to 6 inches of hopefully snow, not sleet accumulation, which will cut down on the totals, but about 3 to 6 inches of snowfall. Areas south and east, about 1 to 3. Higher elevations of the Blue Ridge, a lot more, obviously, because of elevation and because they're already below freezing, and much of the valley floor, about 3 to 6 inches. There can be adjustments with that. Obviously, you're starting to see more activity get underway with rain and or a rain-snow mix here tonight. Most of this will be during the pre-dawn hours of our Tuesday, with things tapering off by mid to late morning. Temperatures in the morning will range anywhere from the upper 20s and low 30s, and certainly because it's a wet, heavy snow, we could have issues with some power outages and some trees down. This is just one suite of models showing you an output for Charlottesville, and you can see some discrepancy there. Here's another suite of models showing you an output for Stanton. So you get the idea. So right now, that's our current thinking. The clouds have filled in, and of course, we've started to see a few returns on the radar. Right now, temperatures range anywhere from the mid-30s to around 40 degrees across the region, and temperatures by morning will range anywhere from the upper 20s and low 30s. So what falls overnight will certainly have slick conditions in the morning, with the brunt of this tapering off as we venture late morning, early afternoon. It will turn breezy tomorrow, and temperatures anywhere from the upper 30s and low 40s. Our coldest day behind this departing storm system will be Wednesday, and these morning lows will be much colder if we have snowpack on the ground. Now, we take a look. There's the two pieces of moisture or pieces of energy that are going to basically consolidate off the Carolina coastline tonight. This coastal or nor'easter will then kind of ramp up and work up the eastern seaboard. So it will pull in colder air tonight, and the timing of which right now during the overnight is very susceptible of allowing that snow to accumulate. Again, a chilly day tomorrow, a cold day on Wednesday as the storm departs, and the wind behind the system will be noticeable more so tomorrow night and Wednesday. So here we are with Futurecast this evening. Here comes the snow and sleet. Now look at this during the pre-dawn hours. It's showing some more mixing. If more of that happens, that's going to cut down on the totals, but we're still going to have impacts through the morning hours, but tapering off mid to late morning. There could be a stray shower beyond that, upper 30s to low 40s tomorrow afternoon, and then we're in the teens and low 20s Wednesday afternoon, and probably not making it into or outside the middle 30s for highs on Wednesday after that storm departs up the eastern seaboard. So a late season March snowstorm, and a lot of this falling overnight. Temperatures overnight, upper 20s, low 30s. Rain transitioning to snow and sleet, certainly a colder start tomorrow morning, but most of this in terms of accumulation is during the morning hours, the pre-dawn hours, and then tapering off. A windy and cold day as we head into Wednesday. Thursday, temperatures still very cold for this time of year. Those morning lows will be down in the teens. Another front on Friday could bring some rain and or snow showers pending the timing. Obviously later in the day or at night could be some snow showers, but we'll see temperatures moderate back into the 50s by this upcoming weekend.
All right, be interesting to see where we are at 11 o'clock tonight.
Yes,
Yeah.
we'll have a lot more precip on the radar.
All right, thanks, Eric.